lower time frames, I think you get the clear picture of what I'm looking at here. Just looking for the first impulse, first flag, and then looking to get involved to the upside, and then exactly the same on the Kiwi dollar with the higher time frames there.
I know it's gonna hurt, but you're worth fighting for.
Let's get started with the video. So right now it's Sunday morning and it's around about mid-morning, I think. Yeah, mid-morning. So you see my Friday, you see my Saturday. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty simple. No need to overcomplicate things at all. Friday and Saturday for me are basically analysing the market. So I'm basically an analyst mentality. Going into Sunday, I then switch that mentality subconsciously into trader mode. The reason I do that is because now I'm actually digging into each trade that I will likely take. If those develop, the key thing there, to then take the trade should that develop. So basically what today is going to be all about taking screenshots, planning for the trade in advance, and then should that materialize, I will then take the trade. A very key thing to point out here actually is that these trades do not have to develop. Like I said in the last video, the market evolves. Sometimes we get gaps in the market. Price action develops Monday, Tuesday. So sometimes we may not get these trades even develop. However, planning for those trades in advance, because if they do form, I know that I'm going to take those trades because I've already taken them in my mind 2-3 times on the weekend prior to even developing. And that's not even factoring in the daily, I'm doing it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc., etc. So that is key. If they don't develop, it is what it is. You can't dwell on that things. You have to adapt to the market. You have to evolve with that. And that's just a skill of being a good trader that I'm currently learning as I go into my journey more and more and more. So that's key. But yeah, let's get into the process right now and I'll show you what I do and why I do it. So let's take a look at that now. Oh, also one more last thing to take a look at as well. The white charts. Why have I switched to white charts? To be completely honest, no idea. I was experimenting on Friday night, liked the looks of it, and I think we're gonna stick with it for a bit, so we'll see how that goes. But basically I wanna approach the markets in a different point of view and see if I just see things. Can't fucking say that, man. See if I can see certain things differently. So that's going to be mess that entire clip up, then I'm flipping it anyway. But yeah, we're all good to go. That's why I switched to white charts. I'm going to see how that develops, see how that goes. And I'm going to show you exactly what I do and why I do it right now. So let's dive into that now. So if we take a sneaky look into this, so this is a game plan. So this platform itself, I mentioned before, it's called Notion. Pretty simple, and I just like the platform itself. So really easy to journal on and forecast trades on. So what do? So if we look at this, I've got a folder called forecasting. This is the month that I'm doing, which is June, and you can see I've basically got a daily watch list template, a weekly watch list template, and then all these different days in advance as well. So what do we have? Two different things. So we've got the weekly watch list, which I'm about to get into today, and then the rest of the week, that's when I do my daily watch list process that you've seen on previous videos. So right now it's going to be focused on this. So what have we got? So we've got the main watch list and we've got the second watch list. I used to have 6 pairs on here. Now it's just predicated on how the setups look, to be completely honest. So I'm not too fussed about having 5 or 6 or 3. It depends on the week. So that's what I'm going to predicate that on. But yeah, let's get into this right now. I'm going to take a look at this. Basically how I'm going to fill it out is I'm going to be looking at this with the weekly watch list. As you can see, I've already got 6 pairs in there. It doesn't have to be 6 pairs, but I'm going to be looking at this, choosing the symbol that it correlates to. So let's say we have euro dollar, which I do have for the week ahead. Let's say I'm looking for a long. Let's say that grade is a high probability setup, and then is it a go-to setup, yes or no? Perfect. Then what I'll be doing is I'll be filling in that correlate to that. So euro dollar, long, the date, today's date is the 21st, I think, high probable valid, plus the screenshots along with the captions so that I'm ready for the week. So I'm going to do that right now, and then once that is done, I'm going to show you what pairs I'm looking at and why I'm looking at them.
Just watch me break it, you'll swear. You're falling into me, touch me, I swear. You would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, we're free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me.
So just got finished up with the first watch list, which is these 4 pairs here. So we've got Euro dollar long, Euro yen long, Aussie dollar long, Kiwi dollar long. However, although I have this direction involved here, that's primarily what I'm looking at, but also no ego involved in the respect that I'm remaining neutral. If price drops to the downside, I'll then reconvene and then look to adapt to the market conditions. So this is my focus, to take the trade long if they develop. If not, I'll just adapt to that. Pretty simple. So first trade, Euro dollar, what have we got? So today's date is the 21st of June. This is high prob to me. So what I've got now, what I like to do with this is that I like to take 2 screenshots at least, if not more. So one of the screenshots is always the higher time frames, as we can see here. This is the daily chart on Euro dollar right now. What I then do is add a caption to that. So as you can see here, what have I put? So I put Euro dollar on the higher time frames looking bearish. Therefore, this is why I'm still going to be looking for confirmation on the lower degree before even looking to get long. Followed by that, I then got a quick screenshot of the lower time frames to show what I'm looking at. So as you can see, we've got this clear descending channel. What is price doing? How do I know this is a descending channel? Well, every time we break, price just retraces, breaks the low, retraces, breaks the low, retraces. Expecting Monday to be pretty slow, but then once that develops, looking for confirmation with the first impulse, confirming that change in trend, followed by a continuation here to get involved to the upside. So as you can see, got that drawn on here and know exactly what I'm looking at. It doesn't have to be exact, but I can see the picture in my mind. Following on from that, I'm then just added a quick annotation just to describe what I'm looking at here, what I'm seeing currently within the markets, and then that helps confirm and cement things within my mind. So that's Euro dollar. Euro yen is pretty much similar. Euro yen is looking slightly more bearish on the higher time frames, just with this momentum to the downside. So I'm not looking to confirm anything unless we get confirmation on the lower degree. But once again, very similar to Euro dollar. Wait for that change in trend, push to the upside, followed by continuation, then looking to get long here. Pretty similar to Euro dollar. And then last but not least, with Aussie dollar and Kiwi dollar, higher time frames, still looking good to be fair. Still looking good here. Nothing's really changed. Expecting price to come back down to this double bottom before then changing to the upside. However, if we do drop, then I'll just look to capitalize on that either way. Lower time frames, I think you get the clear picture of what I'm looking at here. Just looking for the first impulse, first flag, and then looking to get involved to the upside. And then exactly the same on the Kiwi dollar with the higher time frames there. And then Kiwi dollar on the lower time frame. They're pretty similar. They're very, very similar. So Kiwi dollar and Aussie dollar, and arguably the other two, are very, very similar. I'll look to take the cleanest. So if Kiwi dollar and Aussie dollar develops, I'll just look to take the cleanest out of those two trades because they're quite correlated. Whereas the other two, I'm happy taking them as well. So that's what I'll be looking at. I've not done my second watch list yet. So as you can see, I've done my first, not done my second. So I'm about to hit that right now. And then I'll talk to you once I've done that. So I'm pretty much in the finishing stages of the second one. The only thing I'm going to add right now is the captions to these, which I'll do after this video. So just wanted to get this filmed. So what have we got for the watch list? So as I said before, I've got Kiwi CAD for the sell, dollar CAD for the sell, dollar yen for the long, NAS 100 for the short, a little bit of equity in there as well, playing the macro. So we'll see how those develop. So Kiwi CAD, what I'm looking out for? Well, higher time frames, what we've got is we've got the bigger double top. Price is starting to top out. So it looks clean. So that looks clean. If we get the impulse short quite early, then I'll be looking for the next correction. But if price pushes back up, then we're waiting for the reversal structure. Same with that one. If price does start pushing back up, then I'll just wait for the first impulse, first correction, then get involved. Dollar CAD, as I said, the higher time frames are clean, but it's just early stages. What I mean by that is that this could just develop into a larger pullback / correction. So just being patient on that. However, there may be a short-term sell. So wait for the first impulse, the first flag before even considering getting involved with dollar CAD. Dollar yen is pretty simple. Higher time frames, we've got that big impulsive move to the downside. This could be part of a larger correction to then move down. However, there may be a short-term buy. So I'm eyeing up the short-term buy, but once the sell develops, if it develops, then I'll be taking that long short as well. So looking for the first impulse, first correction, following that trend change. If that happens, And once again, because price is so close to this double bottom, I do see prices trickling down. Probably Monday wouldn't be unusual, especially in the early hours before we get that initial push. So whether that's here, whether it's down here, remains to be seen. And then last but not least, we've got the NAS 100. So as we can see, as I explained in the last video, price has broken this bigger double top here, and then we're also forming a mini double top here in the form of this ascending formation, and then we're also getting the potential for this on the lower time frame. So if we get anything like this, I'll be looking to get involved from within the structure here to then take that lower. So last time here, if you just look here, I was looking to get involved in that. We didn't really get any entries in accordance with my plan, so I didn't get involved in any of that move. However, hopefully we get some opportunities to get involved here. So if that happens, I will be getting involved with that. But that's the second watch list, and we've also got the first one sorted too. So that's pretty much me done. All I've got to add is the captions to the second watch list, screenshots now, and then we're pretty much done. So pretty much finished up with that. So all done with that, done the screenshots, done the captions now. So that's the watch list sorted for next week. As I said before, done the analysis over the weekend, so I've done it Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday is pretty much just planning for the trade setups. Now, that's pretty much the prep that I'm going to be doing for today, really. That's pretty much it. The only other thing that I'm going to add in is, which you've seen in a previous video as well, is the night routines that we're planning for tomorrow, Monday morning, Monday afternoon. Usually I don't trade too much on Monday. Usually the market needs a little bit of time to settle. However, through the data that I've recorded through backtesting with the strategy that I trade, if the trade develops and it's high probability, then I will still take the trade because it's not worth me missing out on that position. So that's what I usually go off. But yeah, usually Monday morning it can be quite slow, so we'll see how that develops. But should be a good week though. Should be a really good week, to be fair. The markets are shaping up. Last week was a bit like 50-50. There was a few moves, and this week looks pretty sharp. I don't want to jinx it at any point, but it looks pretty sharp. So I'm keen to see what develops and then just be in the flow to then capitalize on that. So that's going to be key. But yeah, that's pretty much my routine on a Sunday. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to add in one more thing, which I'm going to show you on the next video, because this one's getting too long now, which is the final piece of the jigsaw in terms of prep for next week. Because sometimes, as I said before, sometimes there are gaps. So what happens if there's gaps? Well, things change, structures evolve, the price actually develops a little bit more. So I need to evolve that, add in any other pairs that kind of need adding in, stuff like that. So it's going to be good to talk to you about that tomorrow. So tune in for the next video to not miss out on that. This is something that I've actually added in terms of the Monday morning prep in the past 4 weeks. So it's been interesting, but it's been a good process to kind of add into the rest of the mix. So that's pretty much it. But yeah, I'm gonna tune out, get some food, go for a walk, hit the gym, and then get back to a few different things this afternoon, which is like back testing and a few different other things in regards to other goals too. So I'm going to tune out here, but hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Hopefully you just gain some sort of information that you can apply into yours, or at least test in your own routine to see if it works or whether it doesn't for you. That's the key. So yeah, speak to you in the next video. Make sure you tune in the weekend and then midweeks for new videos. Speak to you all soon. Have a good week in the markets, or a good rest of the week. Speak to you soon.